What is up, Northeast Mississippi? Welcome into another edition of Friday Night Fever. I'm Matt St. Jean. North Half Championship Night. It was so hard to pick a game of the week this week. So many good teams from our viewing area competing for a spot in the state finals in Jackson next week. But I did pick. I settled on the 1A matchup between the two-time defending champion Knoxville Warriors and the Bakersfield Lions. Both teams undefeated. And as I mentioned in the previews earlier, but to get to this point in the season without a loss is phenomenal in a normal year. To get through a 2020 season through a pandemic without a loss is downright remarkable. And that was the case tonight between the Warriors and the Lions. Knoxville, it was their 5th straight North Half final appearance. Bakersfield, first time ever. There are the Knoxville Warriors. Let's go to the tape. And they were ready to go tonight. But talking with head coach, he said that the Bakersfield Lions are very opportunistic and the Warriors can't give them any extra chances. And what happens? Very first play of the game, Knoxville fumbles the football. Lions recover on the Warriors side of the field, but can't capitalize on it. So not opportunistic that time. After the turnover on downs, Warriors tried to get on board, but, and this was the story all night long for Knoxville, 3 yards, cloud of dust. They got to the 9-yard line, then turned it over on downs. First play on the next drive, toss out to Zay Davis. Gets the edge, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and he is gone. You're only supposed to go 20 miles per hour in a school zone, young man. Showing off those wheels, Bakersfield gets the 2-point conversion, takes the lead 8-0. Lions defense held again, and the following drive, the very first play, Goldman Butler seemingly stood up at the line, somehow breaks free, and he is off to the races. Look at the big man rumble. Not quite to the end zone, ruled down at the 1-yard line. No sweat, though. They give it to him on the next play, and that is ruled a touchdown. Somehow the referee saw the football break the plane. 2-point conversion was no good. It was 14-0 Lions, and this is the beginning of the second quarter. Then the following kickoff, as I'm going out to my car, so I didn't get it on camera, Knoxville fumbled the kickoff. And that followed another Bakersfield touchdown. It was 20-0 at the half. Final score 26-0 in a dazzling defensive performance. They were on the road, 2 hours and 45 minutes from home, facing the two-time defending champs, and they shut them out. Bakersfield heading to its first ever state championship game in program history. They'll play Lumberton next Friday at 3 o'clock. And let's go up the road to Calhoun City, taking on East Union at the Boneyard. And here's East Union quarterback passing it out to Hayden Roberts, but a big stop there by Cameron Crutchfield, only 3 yards on that completion. He's like, yep, very nice tackle. Thank you very much. And here's Calhoun City on offense. Jackson Lee hands off to Jalen Artbury, 3-yard run. It was a very defensive game in the first quarter, only 0-0. Here's the second quarter now. Lee dropping back, connects with Cameron Crutchfield, 20-yard completion and a first down. Wildcats in business. Few plays later, here's Artbury up the middle, touchdown, Calhoun City. Flex on him, young man, 8-0. But first, and the kickoff after that play is fielded by Hayden Roberts. And he makes a couple of Wildcats miss, and that dude is gone. Gone. This game was tight throughout. Calhoun City hung on for dear life. They win 22-14 to advance. They'll play Taylorsville next Saturday at 3 p.m. And now we move on to 3A. It was the Battle of the Tigers. Knoxville County and Winona. Winona only had 1 loss this year, and now both teams only 1 loss. They're fighting for their ticket to Jackson. WTVA's Rhea Thornton was in Knoxville County tonight and has the recap of the game.
Thanks, Matt. There was no sign of tryptophan here tonight. Nobody seemed tired from the turkey. Everybody came out strong here in the Battle of the Tigers, the 3A North Half Championship. Knoxville County and Winona both only had one loss so far this season, but that had to change tonight. And it's Winona who's the first to strike. Chase Richardson lets it fly, and it's a perfect throw right into the hands of Robert McMath, and in stride. The Winona Tigers take the early lead 7-0, but that was the last lead Winona had tonight as Knoxville answers with a QB keep from Crishard Rupert. Knoxville gets the two-point conversion to go up 8-7. And from there, Knoxville just kept rolling. Now on defense, the Tigers look to pounce, and they do with a massive one-handed throwdown from Jashawn Hatcher. He gets the sack for a loss of yards on the play. Flipping back to offense, Rupert scans the field, locks down on his target, and launches the ball right into the breadbasket. Bobby Shanklin takes it 30 yards for another Tiger touchdown, advancing their lead to 15. But that's not all. Rupert makes a quick pass out to Anthony Little. He gets a nice block right there and is off to the races. No one can catch him. He crosses the goal line to add yet another TD to the scoreboard. Knoxville gets the win tonight, 50-7. And Knoxville just dominated in tonight's game, winning the North Half Championship. They will travel to Jackson for a shot at redemption in the 3A State Championship game. Reporting in Knoxville County for Friday Night Fever, Rhea Thornton, WTVA 9 Sports.
All right, before we head to the break, of course, it's our illustrious award. Cheer Team of the Week goes to Nana Wyatt. Take it away, girls.
The Friday Night Fever Cheer Squad of the Week is sponsored by Magnolia Soap and Bath Company.
Welcome back to Friday Night Fever. I'm Matt St. Jean. We showed you 1A through 3A, so here's 4A through 6A, and we're going to start in 4A, pick things up in the third quarter, 18-0 Louisville. Itawamba, they made a little bit of a game out of this one late in the game. However, Louisville, they have probably the best defensive player in the state and one of the best defenses, period, and they showed it. They stifled the Itawamba Indians to get back to the state title game, 18-6. So let's go on to 5A. The drive for 5 was in Ridgeland, West Point, and the Ridgeland Titans. Those are pretty sweet unis, and this game was absolutely close throughout. Ridgeland right here, showing off the deep ball. Ooh, that is a pretty pass. Gets it within. So this game was actually 22-22 late in the fourth quarter, and West Point, they go on the late game winning drive. The drive for 5 still alive. They're on to the championship, and they'll be the finale next week, Saturday at 7 p.m. in Jackson. Now let's go on to 6A. Last but certainly not least, Clinton High School, the Arrows taking on defending state champion Oxford in the 6A final. And this was a similar game to the West Point game. Both these teams very good, went back and forth. However, it was a case of whoever had the ball last scored, and that was Oxford. They will defend their state title against Oak Grove next Friday at 7 o'clock. And that's it, folks. Our first full season of Friday Night Fever. But before we end, I would like to thank a few people because Lord knows I can't do this on my own. First of all, the producers, the wizard, Maddie Van Zyl, who has been a rock this year for me, Dave Bauer, Johnny on the spot with updating the scoreboard, directors Big Ben and Smurf, Rhea Thornton, Alvin Ivey, Taylor Tucker, Raphael Henry for working their butts off and getting to as many games as I asked them to. And thank you to the coaches for putting up with me all season. And thank you for doing this journey. Have a great weekend.